Alphino left a message stating we return. Oh, pray return. Pray return. Of course, pray return. Pray return! Father of Dragons, Keeper of the Lake, Bane of the 14th Legion. While it's difficult to believe the Yamlong pup could be any of these things, he assures you his current form is only temporary while he awaits the reconstruction of a new corporeal vessel. Behavior independent. Oh, is that why he doesn't? Oh, they have to be obedient. Is that what it is? He doesn't listen to me. He's independent. Yeah. Okay. Stand a while and he'll do it on his own. The Kenki placement gives me TP PTSD. What? I think that's a good spot for it. Is that not a good spot for it? What do you think? Oh, TP was an old energy resource they removed. Oh, wait a second. Yeah. The TP bar. Oh my God. I thought that was like a Dragoon thing or something. Oh, I remember TP. I remember TP. Yeah. Oh, Lord. Wow. That's yeah. Interesting. Interesting. I think I got rid of that. Yeah, I played a Dragoon in release, and that was definitely a thing. Come on, voice acting. Oh. Oh. Thank you for this somehow. I swear I was only one race of the game. I regard it as considered processionism. Oh, we don't understand the wormload and not perish. It's so late normal in about 50 years. You're not going to give me voice acting.
That's when this was rejuvenated the present utility years of this forsooth.
Those words are ambiguous at times, unstable little interpretation. Our people prefer the song is called to burn. Really, an attack is imminent. We must share this information with Sir Amaric immediately. However, we dare not divulge your conversation with Midsumgummer. It isn't in its entirety. To even acknowledge that you heard the voice of a Dravanian is a grave but necessary risk, lest we forget men have been executed as heretics for declaring as much. Oh, damn. For your own protection and for the sake of our tenuous relations with Ishgard, the truth cannot leave this room. Ooh. Can we just summon the drag? Oh, by the way, this is your ultimate enemy. This cute little kawaii dragon that's sitting on my shoulder. Yeah. Cohh's VA sucks. Oh, doth striketh my heart, Zackle. Is there something you are not telling us, Cohh? You seem different somehow. It's almost if you are missing something important. Oh, wait, we didn't tell him? Okay, I was going to say. Well, for Fen, Midgard stripped you of the blessing of light. Are you all right? How do you feel? A little darker, you know. I see it's a relief to hear that you are otherwise unharmed. Beggar's belief that any being who possessed the power to deprive you of her blessing. Midgard made mention of a covenant. One of the ancient myths regarding Silvertear Falls states that when the waters came into existence, so did the Great Worm. Athik and Nemea, brother Time and sister Fate, decreed that Midgard ever watch over the source from which all water and magic was said to flow. I wonder, what if this was the covenant which he spoke, and 'twas not the gods whom he treated, but Iddy. There we go. Well, if he is watching over you as he claims, mayhaps you have an opportunity to ask. Let us keep this matter to ourselves. I do not wish to burden our friends needlessly. Eidolon. There we go. Eidolon. Hey, bud. Gasp. Art thou a pawn or a master of thy fate? What hast thou wrought by thine own hands, mortal? Well, I got your chibi ass following me around, don't I? Doop, 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 doop. Actually tiny paws. That's right.
My friend, I can scarce believe it. You confronted the Worm Lord and lived to tell the tale.
Damn, she's looking at me rather rapturously.
I give thanks to Helone for your preservation. It is our sole cause for gladness. Your encounter with the Keeper of the Lake served to confirm our fears. A great worm has roared, and it makes little difference if it was one of the two in Eorzea or any other. The Dravanians are coming.
I am told that Ishgard has magical defenses against Dravanian attack, though I am not privy to their exact nature. Will they be enough to repel a massive force?
Ishgard has weathered countless assaults over centuries. This will be no different. And now that you have confirmed the threat, none can ignore the Lord Commander's calls for the wards to be strengthened. I dare not presume to speak for him, but I expect the Lord Commander would sing your praises. I must away, but we shall meet again soon.
Cool. Nothing can repel Cohh's massive force. Yes.
Countless assaults weathered, and this will be no different? Why am I not convinced?
The Ishgardians have warred with the Dravanians for centuries, nay, yearly 1,000 years. In all that time, not once have their enemies breached their defenses and entered the city proper. Yet regardless of how strong these magical wards may be, I nevertheless fear that the Ishgardians are underestimating the gravity of the situation. Though it was not Midgard who roared, a call to arms by one of the first brood cannot be ignored. Until such times as they choose to request our aid, however, we do not but observe the situation at a distance and pray that our fears are unfounded. So it's kind of interesting because the Ascians were behind Meteor, and Midgard fought Meteor. In fact, arguably, Midgard helped stop that process by taking down the ship. And we know that Ishgard is being controlled by the Ascians. So when the first brood wars with Ishgard, wait, no, he didn't fight Meteor. He was already dead by then. Oh, that happened way in the past. That was 5 years earlier, didn't he? What? That was like 5 or 10 years earlier. Wait, how earlier was it? Midgard is 15 years ago. Meteor is 5 years ago. Okay, so Midgard took down the Guardian ship 10 years before Meteor. Okay. Okay. I watched the ARR intro, but it kind of jumps around in the timeline. Okay. So just so I'm super clear here, the motivation, okay, real quick. Do we know Midgard's motivation for taking down the flagship? Is it because they were invading his territory and it was just self-preservation? Oh, we don't. Okay, so we don't really know that yet. All right, chat is saying we don't know that yet. Cool. Not that we're not going to find out, just we don't know it yet. Thank you. Okay, good. I wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything. See, for a second there, I was a little confused because it seemed like if Midgard was if the Garleans were... One thing we also don't know yet is how far back does the Ascian influence go with the Guardians? It's Garleans, right? Because what I'm thinking now, okay, I'm seeing smiles, thank you. What I'm seeing now is we have to take into account when the Ascians were controlling the different factions and when people were fighting the Ascians. And now that we know that Ishgardian is being controlled by the Ascians and their Dravanians are attacking them, like, what's the right side? So that's interesting. Because theoretically, since we know that the Ascians are with the Ishgardians, any enemy of my enemy kind of thing. Interesting. Go eat. Oh, thank you. Food check. Not only food check, but food check also combined with this screen check. Got to keep our guy out and leveling. Has he leveled yet? Oh yeah, look at that.
Seek fluid intake.
Thank you. I will. Hope these are at least a little over. I didn't see the question, but I did see this, and I'm gonna pop that up there. Please keep in mind, don't ask if I've done certain things yet. Yeah, just watch what I'm doing. Look at the quest up here. Google my quest name if you want to, and then you know exactly where I am in the main quest. Just don't ask if I've done stuff yet. That can be, yeah. Thank you. Have I done why yet? See, now you're asking the real questions. Thank you. Thank you.
Now that everything's calmed down a bit, relatively speaking I mean, I thought it might be a good time to share our progress on the weapon. I believe we're on the verge of a breakthrough.
Well, don't keep us all in suspense.
Just in case anyone's forgotten, let's start by reviewing what we already know.
Notes, cat.
So,
Take
an
notes.
Ascian is
For notes.
immortal because its soul doesn't return to the ethereal realm when its host is defeated. Instead, it flees to the place that lies between our world and the void.
I love these
Therefore,
little
the first step
presentations.
to permanently defeating an Ascian is preventing its soul from making this journey. And if you recall, when we last gathered here, I had verified that white auracite has adequate capacity to entrap the beings, albeit only briefly.
Which left the small matter of their extermination.
Aye. To unmake an Ascian soul, one must needs smite it with a concentrated burst, or blade, of purest ether. However, we wanted for both the data and the means to forge such a weapon.
Short of experimenting on an actual Ascian, you see, there's no way to gauge how much ether its soul is made of.
Not only that, but
As such,
They
we
broke
don't
my
know
connection with
what
the light.
etheric density our blade needs to have in order for it to work.
who's gonna summon it? I'm the only person that has.
So we'll just have to make the densest blade we can and hope for the best. Though that would require a lot of ether. Hang on a minute. Why didn't we think of this before? White auracite can hold an absolute heap of ether, can't it?
Please tell me you're joking. God's sakes, Ida. I feel as though I'm reliving the same
What
scene
a
over and
dick.
over with you. How many times do you need to be told that white auracite cannot store ether for long periods? Being intangible matter, ether is given to dispersion. Only in its crystallized form is it a stable source of energy. I will test you later on this, so see to it you do not forget.
Right, yes. It's all coming back to me.
So our hopes rest on good old crystals again, do they? While they are certainly reliable, they leave something to be desired in the area of portability.
Indeed. I am reminded of the quantity of corrupted crystals required to thwart Leviathan, and the extraordinary lengths to which the Laminsons went to transport them. What if it should prove that a similar quantity was needed to destroy an Ascian's soul? Or still more?
I do not envy the poor sod who has to lug all of that around, on the off chance that an Ascian appears.
That's the very problem we set out to solve. And I reckon we've found the answer. If it isn't practical to lug around the ether we need, we'll just have to draw upon another source.
Lug around a primal.
And the only viable source is the land.
Okay.
If you mean to
they're
tap
gonna
the
spirit
great
bomb
river
'em.
ether, know that it will entail considerable risk. Meddling with the currents may well induce a surge like to the one which despoiled Mordona. Give me a bit more credit, will you? Why would we need to tap the river when there are veritable reservoirs jutting out all over the land? I speak of corrupted crystals. It might be that their aspect is out of balance, but a crystal's a crystal. It contains ether, and we can help ourselves to it.
While corrupted crystals are
doesn't
indeed
sound
abundant, there is no guarantee that they will be in close proximity at a crucial moment.
She's playing with forces she don't
But
understand.
what if we don't need them to be? What if we could tap their power from afar? A malm away, say? If we could do that, we'd have ready access to ether aplenty in almost every corner of Eorzea. I've yet to put my theories to the proof, but I've got a good feeling about this. If no one has any objections, I'd like to see where this avenue leads.
If you think it worth your while, you have my blessing. But tell us, what are your theories? I, for one, am most eager to understand the process, however vaguely.
I thought you might say that, but no one wants to listen to boring old theories all day, do they? I know I don't. So with your permission, I'd like to try something a bit more hands-on. I've already built an etheric siphon especially for this purpose, and I've been meaning to try it out. Thing is, the profusion of corrupted crystals in Mordona makes it something of a high-risk testing ground. If anything goes awry with the siphon, it would be better if it didn't happen within spitting distance of quite so much ether. Ideally, I need an isolated specimen. Does anyone know where I can find one?
May I suggest northern Thanalan? There you will find corrupted crystals of middling size, standing a reasonable distance apart. Ideal for your needs, I should have thought. Oh, and if you do elect to visit the place, I should be much obliged if you would assist me in another matter while you are in the area.
Has something happened?
Movement has been observed at Castrum Meridianum. During Operation Archon, the Alliance dealt the stronghold a heavy blow. Its facilities were extensively damaged, and its garrison reduced to a fraction of its former strength. Not long after our forces withdrew, however, their ranks were replenished by reinforcements from Castrum's sentry. They now seek to rebuild, and to this end they have their sights set upon the ceruleum processing plant. Having lost the Empire's support, the 14th Legion lacks the resources to sustain itself. To them, this is a bid for survival, and they will doubtless fight like desperate men. Though I have dispatched the Crystal Braves, I fear their strength alone may not suffice to stay the Imperial assault. I would request the Scion's aid in the defensive effort.
If I didn't know better, I'd say you were trying to inveigle us into fighting your battle with the promise of shiny crystals.
Don't say it, Cohh.
Well
Don't
then,
say it.
consider me inveigled. I won't lie, the crystals you speak of sound perfect. So
It's just
the
like dating.
Guardians have to go.
Oh.
Besides, we can't afford to beat about the bush. There's no telling when the Ascians will next appear.
Thine eagerness to hurl thyself into the jaws of danger cometh as little surprise. Exercise due caution, I prithee.
Though you have become a crystal brave, you are yet a scion, Alfino. We could hardly refuse you. Pray, join the Crystal Braves and lend them your support. Thangred and Papalimo shall accompany you. Ida and Yashtola, in the meantime I would have you assist Moonbreeder. Scout out the crystal clusters, that the testing may commence as soon as the Garlean threat has been eliminated.
Okay.
If it please you, I shall continue mine own experiments on white orosite.
Thank you, Urianger. Everyone, pray see to your preparations and depart as soon as you're able. Go well, and be safe.
Pray. Okay. My lord, dude. So much is happening right now. Let's get going. Pray. Pray time. Go bless. Yes, go bless. Oh, wait. I'm just gonna run right by him. Meanwhile, he's just like, were you gonna talk to me? Were you, what? No? Okay, it's not like this is important or anything, I guess. It's fine. Whoops. Twould seem that the events have once conspired to rob us of the rest of recuperation. Though I would wish it otherwise, I must ask that you head straight away to the processing plant. The Fourth have already deployed to the area and await the arrival of the Scions. Wilrid will brief you on the developing situation. I'll rendezvous with Captain Suspect at our headquarters in Ul'dah. Don't think we forgot! Don't think we forgot. Still don't feel good about that, dude. Oh, what's up, guys? Haven't talked to you in a while. Hey, Mom. Your duties take you to Northern Thanalan, do they not? We too must say our farewells to the Rising Stone for a time. Flamen travels to Ul'dah, and we shall serve as her escort. Oh, that's cool. At my daughter's behest, I go to contact certain old acquaintances in the Gilded City. We are beset on all sides by civil unrest and Imperial machinations, threatened by primals and troubled by dragons. We need all the allies we can muster. Now, to be clear, Queen Baked Potato has not done her thing yet, right? Was that... I know she was kind of like talking about announcing it then, but she didn't actually do it yet, did she? Okay, cool. Just making sure. All right. What thing? Queen Potate basically announced that she is going to be dissolving the monarchy and the monetarists. She's basically gonna like secede her power to also neuter the power of the people that are doing a bunch of legal wrong stuff, and then make it a republic, give the power to the people. So we are of course pretty concerned about this because obviously the people in power are not going to want to let that go. So, nice, dude. So it's going to be a thing. It's going to be a thing. Yeah. Like that's probably going to be like an entire thing in itself is whenever she does that, I'm guessing. It's going to be bad.
La République de Pommes de Terre. Es muy bueno. Sí, es muy bueno. La République de Pommes de Terre.
The Republic of the Potato. Oh, let's go. Oh wait, we are in here. See, we're in here still. It says at the cerulean processing plant, but that's... Oh. That's a different place. Okay, cool. Let's go. The Potato Republic. Simple fact, I don't know if I'd go that far. I mean, there's lots and lots and lots of games out right now that people could be playing. So I don't know if I'd go as far as saying that people are just enjoying it now because there's nothing else out. Like, here's the thing. And let me just go ahead and point this out because, you know what, I'm just gonna comment on it real quick. So basically, there's a whole bunch of drama going on with a streamer named Quinn because he tried the game, he used some boosted stuff to try it, and he decided at the end of the day he didn't like it. Cool. Now here's the thing. It's okay to not like games. It's cool for this not to be your thing. You know who also doesn't like this game? Ammunition. She's a phenomenal streamer, and she's just like, I don't care. I don't care for the game. I don't like it. That's fine. Doesn't matter. It's totally cool. But I think the issue right now that people are getting confused with is that it's one thing to try a game and not to like it. It's another thing to try a game and then like really kind of be extremely negative about the game and justifying why you don't like it and trying to convince people that they should like. There's different ways to go about it. So it's the kind of thing where like I try lots of games. I have put games down mid playthrough because I just don't like them. And also, I'm gonna flip this on the community. It's okay for people not to like your game. If a big streamer plays Final Fantasy and they decide within minutes they don't like it, you shouldn't poop on them. Cool, they don't like the game. Either go watch someone else or watch your next game. The last thing you should do is attack them for their opinions. That's BS, and you should never do that ever. But again, the big thing is if any big streamer or anyone plays a game, you don't like the game, just say you don't like it and move on. Like trying to convince people that they shouldn't like it. That's when you start creating friction. And that's when, because if you try to convince other people not to like their game, they're gonna feel obligated to convince you why you're wrong. And that just leads to a really negative back and forth. So yeah, that's the big thing. That's my whole opinion on this. I have not liked many games I've played, and I've just moved on from them and let you guys know why I don't like it, and that's that. But I haven't tried to convince you not to like it either. And then, you know, taking that steps further in other ways. But anyway, that's all. That's literally all I'm gonna say about it. I'm done. It shouldn't be an issue. It's not an issue. And I'm finished. Okay, let's keep moving. That's it. I'm gonna enjoy the game, and if other people don't, more power to them. I literally could not care less if people don't like it. That's fine. As no one should. Just opinions, man. Okay, let's go. Now that I don't know we can handle this situation, mind you, I've learned a trick or two since the disaster with the Amalja. But returning to the task at hand. Let's put this back on auto. Flames reconnaissance scouts have reported Imperial soldiers assembling at Robin's Push. Such a force is likely interested in only one thing, getting their hands on the resources found here at the processing plant. Okay. The Garleans could be marching on us at any time. Pray speak with Lieutenant Edelstein. That will be coordinate our counter strategy. In the meantime, we'll inform others that you have arrived. No doubt it will be welcome tidings. Hey guys, I want to point out in chat, by the way, even if you disagree strongly with what someone is doing, please be respectful about it. Okay? Don't just devolve into name calling and because then you're doing exactly what the people you don't like are doing. Don't do that. Be cool. Be chill. Be cool. Yep. Private Carnage, my soldiers yet tell tales of your deeds during Operation Archon. What that we could sit a while and reminisce about old times, but I fear more pressing matters require our attention. The civilian draftsmen you see have come across several highly suspicious crates within the boundaries of the processing plant. Be excellent to each other. Absolutely right. Even when you disagree. Be excellent to each other. I had my sappers take a closer look, and our worst fears were confirmed. These boxes contain powerful explosive devices of Imperial design, no less. By my order, the flame stations here are conducting a thorough sweep of the compound as we speak. Though it troubles me that we were unable to apprehend the Imperial spy behind this, I have faith that our men will be able to neutralize the threat for now. Oh god, is this going to be over? In the meantime, our scouts bring troubling news and latest movements of the Imperial army. I would once again ask for your aid. Oh, we were so close to 54. Oh my lord. I am so ready to play a mac and cheese list. We've been keeping a close eye on the Garlean garrison, and 'twould seem the Imperials have finally begun to mobilize. According to the reconnaissance report that just came in, the squad seen leaving the Castrum are too few in number to effectively take and hold our position. We'll likely mount a swift assault and focus on the acquisition of resources. I have, of course, also shared this report with the Crystal Braves, who've decided to take to the field to meet this assault head-on. I have appraised your fellow scions of the situation and am heartened to know that they will be joining the effort. Pray report to Lieutenant Alien, and lend your much welcome strength to the counter-offensive. Cool. And I feel like things are really picking up right now. Immaculate Jesus? Is that what Cohh said he was looking forward to playing? I said mac and cheeses. But to be honest, I really like Immaculate Jesus better. Yeah. I think that's going to be my new class. Immaculate Jesus. Mecha Jesus. I like that too. Mecha Jesus. That's good too. Immaculate Jesus is also good. Yeah.